Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a super awesome day. Go ahead and do your thing, like, share, subscribe, all those good things. I am going to share something today that I want to call Dents in Your Armor. Today, on my commute back here to Charlotte, I was listening to some 90 Jam, had my Eco Auto thing going, or Echo, the Echo little thing that they give you or whatever. So I had that going and I had like 90 music playing or whatever. And a particular song came on and it reminded me of my first boyfriend, like my first real boyfriend, I should say. And we had like a lot of great firsts and things like that, holding hands and all those things. But the song reminded me of something that he said. And so he was like a really cool guy, but he had like a lot of things going on, like a lot of oxymorons, if you will. Like he was super smart, but yet he dropped out of school. He was like super loving and caring, but yet he had a temper that will, like in a split second, he'll try to cut you and stuff like that. So it was a lot of things going on with my friend. Pretty cool guy, but just had a lot of things going on personally. And similar to me, he grew up, in a single parent household and didn't have his father with him. And as a result of that, it left a dent in his armor. And so he told me one time, he was like, Tequila, or Kiki, or call me whatever. He said, if I ever got someone pregnant, I would definitely marry that person. I will marry them and make sure that my child will know who I am. And so I understood it. I know that there was like an error there with his father not being there. So it was like a little, shade there over his heart. But at the same time, I was like, well, wow, why would you put yourself in a predicament where you could potentially fail or cause a child to have to grow up in like a household full of turmoil as a result of you making a poor decision? My mindset was like, if you know you have a wandering pee, which he did at the time or whatever, why not cover him up? Or like try to refrain from doing certain things or whatever. That was my thought then, and even now, just like that don't make much sense. But I understood what he was saying. He was just saying that he wanted to make sure that he was present in the life of his child. However, he was so gun ho about making sure that he would be present for there, he wasn't really looking at the full picture of the thing. And so when I thought about that dent that was in his armor, it made me think about life in general, about people and even myself, like how we walk around with dents in our armor. Our armor is what we sort of cover ourselves with, our true selves, and how we protect ourselves from the world and people around us. And how sometimes, because we have those dents from things that we've saw, things we experienced, things people may have said, and if they're not properly healed from, or they're not properly polished out, then we in turn make decisions and choices in life about abstaining from certain things or doing certain things as a result of that preconceived notion or limited wisdom that we had. And so it just made me think about, like, wow, what are some things that I may be walking around with as a result of poor wisdom that I deciphered as a result of what I experienced, because I've experienced a lot in the few years that I've been on this earth. I've had a full life to be only 38, I believe, 38 years old. So what are some things that you may need to polish out and to make sure that you don't carry over into your new year or carry over to a new segment in your life that could hinder you from being effective? And so I want to talk to you about that, to encourage you as an individual, that what are some areas that you can look at in your life that is a dent in your armor that prevented you from being the best that you can be, that may create a level of fear, if you will, about certain elements in your life, or may have caused you to put people at arm's length because you don't want them to get close to you because you're fearing you'll be hurt as a result of something else that someone may have done. So I want to encourage you to try to look at yourself and find those dents in your armor so that it won't carry over to another generation. It won't prevent you from being effective and efficient in all that you want to do, and that it will allow you to live a life free as possible, because our life is very short. We may live to be a couple of years older than what you presently are and things of that nature, and you don't want to spend that time living in a bubble that has been formed for you by a younger you. So I want to encourage you to look for those dents in your armor. I guarantee you that when you go there and you polish those areas out, you become a better person.